How we doing, everyone? MJS back again with another video here, another installment of the Our First Home series. I don't even know what number we're on at this point. It's been crazy. We've been doing a lot of work, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. Today is November 15th. It's a Monday morning around 10:30 a.m. The reason I'm here right now is because a Verizon technician is supposed to be coming to just snip some wires off of like the corner of our house that go to the telephone pole. I was out there last week. I might have mentioned it. I can't really remember. Probably in one of the episodes, one of the clips here from the past couple days. There's just a couple wires hanging up there. And we're going to take this tree down in the front yard here at some point. And I just feel like less wires running right past it is probably a good thing. And the other thing is I just want to clean up the side of the house, create more simplicity. There's probably, it's just coax cable. There's no danger. There's no power or anything. But if I can get it done, I'm going to do it. So the technician is supposed to be here between 10 and 12. I just got a text message that he's on his way. So way earlier, just as a random note, way earlier than the last time the Verizon guy came, because I was past the time, but I know that their schedules and they get hung up and all sorts of stuff. So, but just an observation. So there really is no time frame. It could be anywhere in there. So he's on his way. We're going to take care of that. And then I just want to take care of a bunch of other things, because it's just going to be me today for most of the day here, and then I have some hockey games later. But I want to take care of this Verizon thing, and I need to clean this place up because it is an absolute mess. I will show you that in a bit. And then there's a three-way switch that we have no idea where it goes to in the hallway. I want to try to swap the switch out because maybe the actual switch unit thing is bad. I want to try to do that, and then I really need to I'm going to spackle the hallway ceiling. I'm going to show you all this, and finish painting this office, because if we can get all that done today, that'll be a very, very productive day. And then we can move into tomorrow, where I need to get all this trash out of this house, because I want to say most of it obviously is from our outside escapades that we did the other past couple days. But once we do that, then I think we're going to be in better shape, because there's just less shit in the house. And again, when I clean up today, it'll just be a lot nicer in here. Easier to work in. My dad and I were here the past 2 days. It's tough to work when I haven't done good enough job managing the shit everywhere. So we're gonna do all that. I will update you obviously throughout the day, and let's get it. All right, so it's noon now, and a couple interesting developments that I want to document here. So it was 10:30. The guy came. I saw him out this window. He pulled around. And then I went down to the back door, and I got a call right at the same time I was staring at him parking the car in the back, and I thought, okay, it's probably that guy. Actually wasn't. It was Marky Bergamasco, a good buddy of mine. He has a company called Mark's Multiple Landscaping, and we have a big tree in our front yard, amongst other things that we want to get done. So he was returning my call from the other day. We chatted a little bit. I told him that I would go ahead and kind of take some pictures and just show him exactly what we wanted done. So I did all that. I'm going to try to throw that up on the screen right now as well. Try to, from memory here, we got the front yard, we have the side of the house, and we have the backyard. Little things we want to do. Obviously, the big one is the big tree. There's a couple other stumps and stuff in the front that I took, the majority of the tree bushes, things out. But we want to just get some of that taken care of. On the right side of the house, there's a root that is just really hard to get around with the lawnmower and just a pain. So if we can get rid of that, that would be great. And then in the back, we want to take out this whole bush section, and then we also want to, I thought about this as well. There's a bush at the end of the driveway that is really actually somewhat a safety hazard, more than I think about it, because if we're backing down the driveway, there's always kids running up and down and playing on the street. I'd really like to not not be able to see one of them one day. So I think that'd be a good idea. And then there's a couple other stumps and just some other things back there that we want to just get some advice on, really, because I'm not a landscaper, and my goal with all of this is just to make this yard as easy as possible to maintain. Take some of the stuff out, and then put some grass in its place. So I have no problem cutting grass. It's not really a big lawn. It takes me a half an hour maybe to cut. But just with this other stuff in here, it's kind of a pain in the ass to go around. So that is our plan. Anyway, I got that call right before the Verizon guy got here. And then I've been working on that a little bit. Just shot him over some information. So we'll update you on that as that project, amongst all the other projects, continues to work its way through. But let's get back to it. I did have the Verizon guy come. Very nice dude. Came up. He said, "Yep, I can absolutely snip those up for you." He was here for maybe 15 minutes. He got on the ladder on the pole out there, snipped them, and then came over here to the side. I will throw a little just like before and after shot here or whatever of kind of what it looks like now. It's not really a big change, but it is kind of important because, again, we're taking a tree down. I wanted less wires there. And I like a clean exterior of the house as much as I like a clean interior of the house. So that's just the type of person I am. I'm happy with it. It was awesome. I don't think I'm going to get any charges with that. I think that was fine. I don't think he said that, he didn't say anything, and I got an email from Verizon saying that I think we're all good. So that's terrific. That's done. One little thing, step in the right direction. I have to clean this place up though now because it is a mess, and I have to do some painting later today amongst a bunch of other things. So let's keep going. Just for the sake of a before shot here, this is where we're at. There's a bunch of shit everywhere in this living room, and I need to clean it up because, you know, we're working here, we're working there, we're working everywhere, and it needs to be a better environment to work in. Because we got HVAC stuff that's going to go in the attic over here. We got bricks that are going to fill that hole. You know, we got a random projector thing that we found in the attic. You know, that's going to go in the trash, but it's just funny. And then all of that stuff came out of the linen closet. And then a lot of this is tools. Some of it's mine. Some of it's my dad's that he brought. And then we got 1,700 pounds of flooring with quarter round on top of it, and radiator covers, and piece of baseboard, and some shelving over here from the pantry, and we have all the rest of this stuff over here kind of in the corner is actually things that are going to be in the house, right? Some like decorative painting things, and Amanda's shoes, and fire extinguishers, all sorts of shit, and some painting supplies here. So I need to get this a little bit under control because there's not much room to work. And yeah, this is where we're at. Let's see how far we get. All right, so a little bit of an update here. A little bit of a change of plans in a great way. My buddy that I mentioned in the last clip, Marky Bergamasco, with his company, came out today actually to see the place way sooner than, you know, the end of this week or whenever that I initially said. So he's in the area. We took a look at everything. Looking great. Sent me over an estimate. I approved it. We'll keep you updated on that project because that should hopefully happen within the next month, and be very excited to get the big tree and all the shit out of here. So that's fantastic. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on that. But then we moved from that. I came back in. I tried to clean up a couple things. I'll actually give you a quick look at it. It's not that much cleaner, and it's getting a little darker out, so I apologize about the lighting here. But I cleaned up our hole over there. I kind of tried to touch up a couple things. There's still a mess. It probably doesn't look any different, but you know, some things are kind of put away. I think I need to move that stuff. I think I need to get the actual, you know, the things that are going to stay in the house. I need to get them out of the work area, and the work area is the entire upstairs. So I'm probably going to play around with that a little bit more, but it is shaping up a little bit. We're going to go back over here into the hallway because of this three-way switch that I mentioned earlier today. So there's this old three-way that was in here, and it's old. Okay, it's pretty old. It's an old switch. It's hopefully broken, because if it is broken, then we'll at least maybe figure out what it's to, because we don't know what this switch is to. This switch right here is to our light that we don't have right now. This takes power up into the attic here. We have no idea what this is, and that'll really suck because that'll just be really annoying to have a switch that doesn't have anything. So our idea was to get a new three-way switch, which I have over here, and try to toss it in here and see if that was the problem, and then try to figure out what the hell it's to. The problem that I'm having currently is that obviously this looks a little different because it's much newer, and I'm not exactly sure where those wires go in relation. I actually watched a quick little video, and it's very easy to like actually wire. It's like three-way isn't very difficult, it seems like, to wire when you actually know where the hell the wires are and where they go, but I'm not really sure where these wires are. I just taped off the one that was on the bottom here, so I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit more research to figure out, you know, if these two were the ones up here, then I need to figure out, you know, kind of how this gets set up. But I'm gonna try to figure that out, and when I get this switch in here wired properly, and I guess the breaker doesn't trip when I turn it back on, I guess that'll be maybe a little bit of a sign. I don't know, I'm not an electrician. I'll try to figure this out, and hopefully I can give a good update as to what the heck this is to. All right, well, I've had an interesting last hour or two here, as usual. Talked to my dad a little bit. Let me just show you here. We had the, kind of hard to see in here, but here's our hallway. We were messing with it again. So we had that old switch. I talked about it. You know, now we got our new 3-way switch in there. There's supposed to be 3 screws plus like a ground. This is just kind of a testing scenario here, so I'm not super worried about it. This isn't the finished product, but there is 3 screws on a 3-way, and 2 of them are traveler wires, which means they go, I'm not an electrician, but 2 of them are like the ones that kind of like complete that circuit, like, and they run from this switch to the presumably other switch that's in the system. And then the other wire is like the common wire, terrible name I've heard, but it goes to like the power, the feed for the power. And then the common wire on the other one goes to like the actual fixture. That's roughly an example of a diagram that I saw about 3-way switches. Look it up for yourself. All right, here's the thing. We didn't know what this went to. The switch might have worked, but it was very old, so I just replaced it just to test to see if it was a switch. I have not confirmed because I didn't know what the deal was before. We'll just say the other switch was bad. You will never guess in a million years where this switch goes to and where it runs like on a 3-way switch with. I'll give you a minute to guess, but you probably won't guess. This switch right here controls an exterior light that is under that window right there, down below, outside, right above my car there. You can see the reflection. I'm not going to stick this camera all the way out the window, but you can see that little orange light right there, because the yellow light in that fixture right there. You see that? Okay. Just turned off. Let me go. It's a motion light. Let me go turn her off. Come back over here. My assumption is that it's going to be off, right? Off. It's a motion light, so that adds complexity and bullshit to it. There's a dog barking. On. Now we're going to walk back over here. And we're going to walk back down here. Would you look at that? Does that make any fucking sense? The only thing that I could think of that these people were trying to do was that if they're in this room, which is like a bedroom, right? I'm assuming it was used as a bedroom. The only thing I could think of is that you're in your bedroom, you hear something or you want to see something out that window, and you walk out your door and you flip your light switch on, and then you walk back over here to presumably some sort of step stool, because like an average height person can't really see out of this. I mean, I'm a little short, but I'm not that short. I mean, like, it's a casement window, you know? So, and then hopefully, that was the other thing. How does that light, I mean, I could put better bulbs in obviously, but how does that light even like shine enough to see? I don't know. You know, I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm happy that I figured that out, but that's really annoying because that's fucking weird. Why would you want that there? Because then, in my mind, because, oh, let me show you where the other switch is for that, right? It's down here in the garage, which obviously makes sense. The door's right here. This is where that was. You know, that light is right above this garage door, right? And there's 2 switches over here behind this ladder, okay? And the one right here, the one on the right, controls this light right here. Makes sense, makes total sense. It's a 3-way with that switch over there. Probably talked about this before, right? Totally makes sense, right? You want to come out this way, turn your light on, off. It totally makes sense. And then this even makes sense, right? That's a light switch. It's not on. That's a light switch. It's on. See? So, I mean, I just don't get it, man. I don't know why you would do that. Totally understand this switch right here. Not sure why you did it upstairs. Who has the idea to do that? I don't know. But that's what we have, and I'm happy that I figured it out. Happy I had a bulb to test that with. And now we just have to figure out what the hell we're going to do to either change that if we want to, or just remember that that's like that, which is dumb as hell. But at least we figured it out. Alrighty, Rooney. Last clip of the night here. It's like 7:30. I got to go play a hockey game, but I want to update you on what we've done today. Hugely productive day. I was just thinking about it right before I turned the camera on here. Huge productive day. Obviously, you saw all the other stuff, but I was playing with that switch. cleaning up or whatever. And then Amanda got here, and we actually recorded an AM and the PM episode. So we did that real quick. And then we came into the soon-to-be office, and we needed some, touch-up painting and everything. And I think we did actually a really, really good job. Now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of started to dry a little bit. There's definitely still some places. This room was a little wonkier for some reason. Like I don't know, the process in which we did it wasn't as smooth as over there. There's also a huge ass bed in the way, so whatever. But I'm happy with where we are here, and we're very close now on this. So just to kind of give you a look, we have a different type of closet in here. It's just like a regular door rather than those sliding doors. We got to get the jambs a little bit still, but I painted the ceiling in there. I tried to touch it up a little bit. Still some stuff on the walls. Obviously you can see there that we kind of need to clean up, but we're looking good there. Amanda was doing the windows. We need to get the inside of those, but those are just such a pain in the ass to really get inside there. Last time I did it, I had the window open and it was warmer outside, so we're gonna freeze next time we open that window, I guess, and do that, but we gotta do that. I did around the edges, the top edges on the ceiling and the walls there. Pretty good, I would say. I think we're almost done in that little facet. Touch up this window a little bit, deal with this radiator down here, but I don't know. I think that the paint's gonna come off that pretty easily, that metal, so might have to think of a different solution there. It looks good in the other room, but I don't think it's gonna stay there very long. And just a couple moments ago, I painted the front, the back, and the sides of this door over here, just to get the first coat on it. Normally the first coat looks like shit. I did actually sand this door though. I sanded this door, I sanded the whole door jamb and everything in here, all this trim. I'm pretty sure I did the same over here as well. So hopefully these doors are a little bit more durable than the other doors that we had. I haven't seen any problems really, but we also haven't been living in it and all that jazz. But they look bad because they're just one coat, but we throw the other coat on there and they normally look pretty good, at least with our test sample in the other room. Amanda painted all that trim and everything yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, yeah, so almost good there. Just a couple more little pieces to touch up. I think one more good day of painting in here and we're done. So that's exciting because everything pretty much has a good first coat on it, and then we kind of move our way out here to this exterior, the door jamb in here, and then we obviously already did over here, which is funny because I noticed this. We've been up and down in the attic and stuff, and it's right here, so we've definitely marked up this door jamb a little bit already, and that'll be interesting. This will be really interesting to try to scrub this off. You're supposed to wait like 30 days, I think, to scrub off paint and stuff, but this is trim and it wasn't sanded, so we'll see how that goes. But these walls in here are actually pretty much almost done too. In the hallway, haven't touched this in a while, but I just did the hallway the other day. Well, no, it was probably a week or two at this point. And I got a patch up here on the ceiling. Probably should clean it and then spackle it and then hit it with the ceiling paint that we got. Wow, that's really out of focus. Okay. But yeah, we're moving along. We are moving along. Just got to get these jams and everything. Try to sand a little bit more, and then we should be, we're headed in the right direction. That's our goal. That's what we do. But one more good day of painting in here, and we should be good. Just as a little bit of a foreshadowing, tomorrow I'll be here, but it'll be here later. Get excited for whatever the next clip is, probably in just like 2 seconds, because we're taking out all that trash at some point tomorrow. And we're just going to keep on going. Okay, it is Tuesday, November 16th. I am here. It is like 5:30 or something like that. Just got here because it is trash day. We got to make sure we get all this trash out. I'm going to show you that in a second. The first thing that I did though real quick was I took this little, I think it was like a towel holder just in the laundry room. I took it off the wall. It was very weird and whatever, so I just, small little thing there. I would love to put like a paper towel holder though somewhere in here, but I don't know if I'll ever use it after we're done painting, because that's really all I'm using this stationary tub for, but oh well, not important right now. I just wanted to document that, but here we go. We got all this trash, and we got to take it all out. So, yeah, they're not going to like us, but it needs to be done, so let's get it done. All right, quick update here. We got most of it taken out. Amanda stopped by on her way home from work, and now she went to get some food. So it only took us maybe about like half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I don't know. There was a lot of shit here. But that green thing was like full of stuff. Like we got that out. We put that in one of the bags. And obviously all the bags are gone here. Like 15, 20 bags or whatever. I don't know. I'm just an asshole. I don't know why I didn't cut this stuff up smaller because it didn't really fit in anything. So I think just tomorrow or the next day, whenever I'm here, I'm just going to, in the daytime, I'm just going to cut it up with the little chainsaw that I'm borrowing from my dad there. And then, you know, put it in a bag or whatever. It'll be fine. I'm not sure if these are like privately owned by us or they're like, you know, from the borough or whatever, but we are definitely not going to recycle. So I'm actually considering like giving those back if they will take those back. But let's go upstairs and I'll just show you the outside real quick to see this week's garbage haul that the garbage men are gonna hate us for. So maybe a little tough to see here, but there's a lot of stuff out here. There's a bunch of bags. It's kind of crazy, but you know, it's whatever. Huh, I have paint in my hair. Oh well. Anyway, we're in here. After we took out all the trash and everything like that, I decided that I was gonna paint a little bit, and we were actually like, we had like this much satin left. So that's the stuff that goes on the walls. And I used it all. I'm gonna need to go to Home Depot tomorrow or whenever before we paint next to try to finish in here. But this is the office and we are pretty close. We gotta touch up the trim a little bit on the windows still. But Amanda did a great job here the other couple days. I was trying to come through here tonight and I put another coat on the doors. So all three sides of both doors should be pretty good for the most part. Touched up in here along like the ceiling and stuff on this closet towards the bottom too. Tried to get the baseboards a little bit. I don't know, just trying to get that. Also the trim there. I don't know, it's not perfect yet, but it's getting closer. And then also did this door over here. So again, we should be pretty close there. Nothing crazy. I didn't have too much time, and I gotta go to play a hockey game now. But we're close. We gotta finish painting in this room. And then once we kind of have that done, I think we should probably go out into that hallway and kind of mess around with some of that stuff. But again, you know, just thinking about it right now, the trouble is that we're still doing some of those other things, some of that rough work in the attic and stuff. And I just don't want to have a situation where we put like a lot of dust. We introduce a lot of dust and dirt onto like finished things, even the paint, but paint's whatever. I mean, we had to get it painted. But we're just in this middle of the road thing here where we're trying to get out into the living room. And the more that I think about it, you know, we're probably gonna have to start painting in the living room here within a week if we want to have any chance of getting the furniture on time. You know, the time that we said we wanted to get it, which is a month from now on December 14th. But I don't know. That's where we're at. I gotta bug out here for the evening, but we're just gonna continue to try to put the work in and see where we go from here.